charge continues. Just a handful of weeks remaining. We are still not sure of the exact makeup of the top six. We still don't know who's going to finish top of the pile. But we do know that Mikhailetsky's been visiting the barber this week because he's wearing that very blonde hair as he comes running out from the in-goal area to try and give Leeds a chance to get on the front foot here.
Well, you saw from kickoff, he's definitely in goal, as deep as they could go. And a determined defence, up in numbers, stating their presence as the home team.
York doing a job of limiting Leeds' yardage here, but they have still not finished in this set, and a little skip from Lockie Miller will tell you that that's the fifth place. So here comes the last, and Jake Connor, who's been practicing his 40-20s very hard in the build-up, doesn't go for a 40-20 on this occasion, but a big kick that causes all kinds of problems for Nofoluma, but the referee says that went backwards, so that's a bit of a let-off from him. But a chance for Leeds defenders to get in there.
Well, you saw in that first set, and you can see right now a wider picture, balloons and a couple of hot dog wrappers flying around on pitch. And the wind also got a hold of that kick there from Connor. It could cause a little bit of chaos for the back three of York today.
One or two gaps in the crowd. I hope the people who are not here have got a good excuse, because every single ticket sold, and lots more were hoping to get in and were told they weren't able to. So York on the back end of their set. It's in and out of dummy half. The kick will come from Hingano. The catch is from Lockie Miller, who looks to return this with a bit of pace as well. And just having a look at what seemed to be a cap, but Paul McShane suddenly pops into that to stop the run of the Leeds fullback.
Just going back to what you mentioned there about the empty seats, Dave, and we know that heavy traffic delayed the Leeds Rhinos team getting here. They were a little bit later than expected, but a slow trip, certainly a fast start here for them.
This is taken on by Aletsky, who's finding himself and his team just about 20 metres away, not much more than that, so an opportunity here. It's Presley Cassell out of dummy half, and Connor now skipping it back. Miller's involved as well. A step from Hanley, but crunched in defence. Last play for Leeds. First real attacking opportunity for them so far in the game. Connor sticking it up there. The hands are up. The ball comes down. It's collected by Sam Wood, but I think it was a knock-on by him. So Leeds get another opportunity here.
Well, plenty metres made in that set. And Leeds, we know that when they can get on the front foot, they're hard to handle. It was the kick from Jake Connor, pinpoint, not very much pressure on him. Enables him to bring it straight down. And Wood just gets the fingertips to that. Captain's challenge not taken.
Well, here's a chance for Leeds. Already having peppered that York line, and now they've got a full set of six to do just the same. Connor throws it back, and a good advance out from Denison to close things down there. Otherwise, Leeds were looking likely. Taken on now by Cooper Jenkins. Stumbling ever closer. O'Connor having a little look to that right-hand side. Presley Cassell, but again, the defensive effort is pretty good. Inman got the shoulder in there. Managing to hold up Cassell, but there's more to come. Connor with a step, heading back, and a flick away to Cassell again, who's trying to use the footwork. It was a little congested for a safe pass, so he has to take the tackle. O'Connor, still a couple of plays to go here as well. Aleczki with a dive. Now it's the last. O'Connor looking back and finding Miller out there. He will hand it on to Jake Connor. It's Ash Handley who's just happy to take that defensive line on and finish it right there. It's not a desperately bad ending to that set either, is it, from Leeds' point of view?
No, they'll certainly take it in that corner. No doubt disappointed not to come up with points after a set there, as we see heavy contact go in.
Speed off the line there was electrifying.
Wasn't it just? But the York defence certainly up to it. A couple of times there they looked short for numbers.
Well, no lack of bravery here from John Pennison, because that's his second hands up. I'll have a take this one, lads. And each time he's been absolutely crunched, hasn't he? Nofaloma's coming from that other side. Oh, that's a knock-on. That is a knock-on, is it? Yep. Just a little bit of a halt from Hingano, he was expecting a blow of the referee's whistle. And another mistake here, just putting the home side under pressure.
Yeah, it really will. We know that the Leeds Rhinos, they certainly don't need an invitation to score points, and it was there after the outside backs had come in to take a couple of scoots and try and get them on the front foot. It was Mata Arfa coming in as the fullback, looking to take one more, but tangled up. Certainly the pass intended for Hingano, and instead another scrum will pack down.
Well, Leeds come again. They're rather dominating this, aren't they, at the moment, in terms of possession, but also in terms of position. And that is lost. Commentators curse. Leeds give it away rather cheaply on the very first play.
Well, Brady Croft, off the scrum, decided to run at it himself and found the shoulder, I think, of Mata Arfa in the end. Just dislodged the ball. And that's exactly what the York Knights, as we see the replay there, just unable to hang on to it. And that's the response you want after an error.
We'll play Inman looking for the lively Hingano. Inman again. Xavier Var with a big ooze from the crowd as he crunches his big body into the situation. It's taken on again. Hingano down that left-hand side. Oh, the ball's given away, and Ryan Hall is in full flight here. He's up towards the halfway line, looking for support, and finds it now from Newman, who's dragged down by that recovering York defence. But Leeds are sending it back to the other end of the field again now. Connor, wide it goes. Hankinson with a pass away, and a dive for the corner for Riley Lum. His legs were trailing here. Touch judge has a look. The referee has given the try on the field. They will be reviewing this, but Riley Lum feels fairly confident he's scored.
Well, Riley Lum here, we'll see it on the replay. But after so many opportunities in good ball, they haven't been able to put points on the board. It's an end-to-end intercept from Ryan Hall initially. It's Riley Lum that'll get the 4 points by his name. As we see here, Ryan Hall typically finds himself on the left wing, today in the right. And a great run from Harry Newman, but well, brilliant poise and shift.
They've not confirmed this just yet. I tell you, I think he was very neat with that left foot there, Riley Lum. He just about managed to keep it up, didn't he?
What size are his boots as we have a look here? McShane.
It's very close.
So we wait for confirmation. Jake Connor standing with the kicking tee. Okay, mate. Anticipation that it will be confirmed.
Well, they're still checking. Video referee Tom Grant.
Okay. Time's off.
We're going for the review. We're going for the review.
Try confirmed.
Oh no, try's confirmed. Try is confirmed. So they had a good look at that, and with a belated cheer and with some relief, those Leeds fans celebrate what is now confirmed as a try.
Yeah, final confirmation there. Riley Lum just tucks those knees up, gets himself into the fetal position, no doubt, in the back of their minds. Just the way in which Ryan Halls was denied only a week or so back.
Well, the left limb of Lum causing all that consternation, but the try confirmed. And Connor now with a chance to add the 2 from the touchline. He starts it right, he brings it in superbly well. And Leeds lead here by 6 points to 0. And you don't need me to tell you that that means, as it stands, they're top of the tree. But there's plenty to go in this game.
Yeah, there sure is, and 6 points to 0. After a few sets, they've shown the way in which they want to play today. And that's direct initially and fast and opportunistic when it comes to the intercept, where this first initial try started from, through Ryan Hall, as we see him carry it back strong.
That's what he's still so good at, isn't it? Ryan Hall bringing it out in that kind of situation. Here comes Nikolai Alechki. O'Connor in a dummy half, just bringing on the big fellas again in the shape of Cooper Jenkins on that occasion. Lechke's going to have another dig here as well. He's going to catch the eye today, isn't he, Nikolai, with that bleached blonde hair.
He's ready for the sands of Western Australia before he joins Perth in 27.
There's Newman.
Move, Sam. 5 hold.
It's O'Connor. This is the last play for Leeds, so
on 5.
it's the boot of Jake Connor that sends it skywards. John Bedison's underneath it, but they're coming at a pace there. Bedison's done superbly well to avoid, in the first place, Handley, and just get himself a little bit of extra yards there. But Leeds are right up there, straight again.
Yeah, big meters again in that set from the Leeds Rhinos, playing very direct through that forward pack, getting their nose through the other side of contact. And the pace of play, just enabling them constantly on the front foot.
Off him, Jad. 4. Hold now. Hold.
Inman is waiting. Says Jack Martin will take it on another stride or two, but they too have hit the last. They have not had many play-the balls inside the Leeds half so far, have they? And again, they relinquish possession with a kick from Hingano, and Hall, well, caught in two minds there, it seemed, not sure whether to go with a pass on the inside or take it himself. He's taking it himself.
Lockie Miller, he was positioned, ready for the shift. Instead, Ryan Hall takes it himself as we see the backs come in, finding their fronts.
Miller. It's gathered around by plenty of defenders. O'Connor again. This is Callum Watkins.
Oh no, 4. It's a back.
Well, they've found themselves deep inside York territory again here, with still plenty of plays to go, so another potential attacking opportunity. Hingano's shoulder is bounced off by Hankinson, and this now will be the last. Jake Connor in position. Diagonal kick back towards Benison. The challenge is on. Lum will catch it and score. The acrobatics were sensational. Not only to catch that, but to touch it down over his head as well. It is 2 tries in the space of 4 minutes for the impressive Riley Lum.
Well, the youngster, he's on a long-term contract with the Leeds Rhinos, locked him in until 29, and he's not the size and the physical presence, but you have a look at the courage and the bravery. And just look at the kick. Comes back on it, does Connor, shaped initially to look to that right pocket, and just turned it back around the corner. And just have a look at Lum up in the contest and over Benison, who has been brave himself at times. He comes out second best.
Well, his body awareness is pretty good, isn't it, Riley Lum? The fact that he knew where his left leg was when he was scoring that try, the fact that he had that ability to reach over his shoulders to score there. There's a grin and a chuckle from Brad Arthur, his coach, as well there. Tries confirmed. He only got his first Super League try of 2026 3 or 4 weeks ago against Toulouse, but he's filling his boots today with 2 already.
Well, we know that the Leeds Rhinos head of the try-scoring tally as far as clubs go with 133, make it 135. And they're for and against, which could be ever so crucial if they're to take that league leaders shield.
Connor, slightly easier angle than the first one, but same result, straight between the uprights, and 12 points to nil. Leeds leading here now. They're plus 450 points this season. Points difference almost becomes a done deal, doesn't it, from their point of view?
Yeah, it really does, but we know that points and the 2 points week in, week out as they finish off the season. Lovely kick there again on screen, and the kick chase between the 2 outside backs and the presence. Well, expect a few more as the day goes on.
You were saying in the late 1980s, last time Leeds played York in this city, and that, for those of us of a certain age, is 40 years ago. It's quite a scary prospect.
When I saw the date, I wasn't even born, so there you go.
Oh, you youngster, you. The Leeds are coming again here. They have a look of determination about them right from the off here today, don't they? Let's get...
Off him now, 4.
Jared O'Connor quickly dashing over there. Cassell helps it on its way. Connor helps it on the way. Hankinson, and now it's a chance for Riley Lum. Maybe looking for a hat-trick here. Goes back on the inside. Hankinson's there to take it. Twice a try scorer. Now put him in the try-assist column. Riley Lum. It is Hankinson who scores. It is turning into an absolute cakewalk in the opening 15 minutes. Leeds have their third try.
Well, 14 minutes in, and the floodgates have certainly opened here for the away team. We mentioned a little bit late getting here with delayed traffic, but I tell you what, the way that they have started this game, they have switched on, they have brought intensity and intention. So we see here the shift, McShane up and in, jamming up and in, and those outside backs under enormous pressure. Lum probably could have gone on and backed his pace to score himself, but Hankinson, well, he's been in some form as well. Brilliant push support back through the middle. Little decision, do I kick, do I pass? Putting a little bit of extra doubt in Mata Afa and his mind at the back. And it's 16-0 here at LNER, and it's an uphill battle for this home team.
Well, earlier this season at Brad Arthur, Leeds weren't having the best of time on their travels, were they? And Brad Arthur altered the way they did away trips early this year to try and alter. Maybe, as Connor puts that over to make it 18 points to 0, maybe it's turn up late to get the quick starts, because that's what's happened here today.
Well, look, sometimes we know that when you turn up, it's just a matter of switching on. There's no time to think. It's just play, and play these gentlemen can. Best attacking team in the competition. 2026. And they're certainly showing exactly why in the first 16 minutes here.
Well, the job is getting done rather rapidly. York needing a quick response, but Leeds are showing no sign of letting up just at the moment. Every powerful carry, carrying its own message. Hankinson, the latest in there.
Quicker.
And you can see there's a bit of an upset in the making, early stages, but Warrington 0, Huddersfield 4. Warrington on their third game in, 9-10 days. So, and Huddersfield on the back of 4 wins on the bounce. So they are travelling with confidence at the moment. Doesn't that add to the top 6 mix if that scenario carries on? But as we said, it is early in that game as well. This is Newman.
Off in there, back.
Jared O'Connor just jogging up to dummy half again and looking to get his side fully flowing. Yeah, that's a good effort from Xavier Barr with the tackle that deals with Cooper Jenkins. O'Connor. Callum Watkins just putting the burst on, but unable to find a way through. O'Connor comes on again. Olechki just putting questions in the heads of those big York defenders. It's back with Miller and Croft, and Hankinson comes on the short ball, but again it's a very robust reaction from that defensive line.
5, he's got the ball.
Referee just contemplating whether he was going to give something there. Anyway, it is the 6th play. Miller puts the chip over, and Connor goes up. It's back with Watkins. He touches down. It's try number 4. What a start this is. Harlem Globetrotters style this time, with a touch in midair. Callum Watkins, a thank you to try assister Jake Connor, and Leeds are absolutely running away with it.
Well, at the moment, it just looks like a bunch of teenage boys having a fantastic time, playing footy in the streets with their mates. And that's the best style of rugby you can ask for as a spectator. Only moments before it was McShane appealing for a potential knock-on in the contact. But on this occasion, it's Miller who goes to the skies. A brilliant chase through. And again, they just show up. They know that points are on offer. And Callum Watkins, well...
Try confirm in the background, yep. Didn't see an awful lot wrong with that, did they? They do have to check these things, but it is try confirmed. My goodness, Callum Watkins, it's He's another 19th Super League season, Callum Watkins, and it seems like only an eye blink since he was making his debut. Alongside the likes of Ben Jones-Bishop, who's not in the York side today, but of a very similar vintage when they were both together at Leeds. Connor will stick it over. 4 out of 4 from his point of view, and 24 points to 0. And it's rather dampened the spirits of these York home supporters.
Yeah, well, they've turned up in numbers today, haven't they? The first time these two teams have met in this city for so very, very long. And it's certainly not what they expected or hoped for as they walked through the gates today. And at 24-0, it certainly is going to be some sort of epic comeback if they are to.
Just a reminder there of what's coming up next week, of course, and my goodness, there are some big games again next week, aren't there? Just follow every twist and turn on Sky Sports, because there will be plenty of twists and turns in these next few weeks. Cassell.
Release!
He's trying to untangle himself as quickly as he can. Hankinson will change direction with the threat of his run.
Hold me. Hold. Goal for.
Wesley Cassell. Here's Alechki. And the battering rams down the middle, but they've reached the final play, so Jake Connor again with just a delicate little chip, but into the hands of Norfoluma. But he's got not much space in which to work.
Well, this is a really crucial set here for York. The first time with hands on the ball for some period after Leeds have run in 4 tries already. But they must finish this set with decent meters and decent field position and just play a patience game at this end of the field.
Well, those are the stats so far in the game, as you can see. Not unexpectedly, Leeds dominating with that completion rate. And meters made, good heavens. And possession. Find every metric, every metric.
That meters made is just unbelievable, as we see only 21 minutes into the game.
McShane's kick. Hall has the measure of it. Batting up, trying to bat off an entire team coming his way, but it was a tackle from Martin, as he does again, which just prevents Leeds with too much go forward at this stage. Here's O'Connor again. Lum.
Straight out,
the Leeds backs just starting to get in and get busy as they take the ball forward, and this is where York have got to dominate defensively and just win a little bit of time back.
Letsky again with a powerful effort and 1 play to go. So Connor's boot employed once again. Norfoluma is underneath it this time. Not much pressure in terms of being able to catch the ball, but it's what comes next that is proving rather painful. And York again starting from very deep inside their own half. Leeds are giving up the ball on their own terms, aren't they? If they're not scoring, they're making York work hard.
Yeah, it's not just the meters, is it, as we see the crowd. Couple on their feet, a few vocal below us. Appealing to the referee for a little helping hand as we see a tackle bust.
Bit of space here for Jesse D, and Thomas Doyle in that dummy half position. His debut being made today. The kick is from McShane, has Miller scampering back. Decent chase required here from York. And it is just that.
I really like that actually from Paul McShane there, showing his wisdom. Another player that started his career at Leeds so long in the Super League, just kicking early, kicking on the 4th, turning them around, and on the 3rd tackle, this is probably the best defensive set we've seen from the home team.
Cam Smith on the field and immediately making a difference. Very well, not making a difference because Leeds have been going very positive anyway, but just adding us something a little extra. And this is a 40-20 attempt which bounces out of play. That is brilliant from Connor. He was looking one way, decided that wasn't on, switched directions and gives Leeds the attacking opportunity.
Well, so often we talk about this man who is an absolute superstar of our game. He throws those whirly passes, but today his kicking game, in previous sets we've seen control, precision, and the leading 40-20 kicker in our game. That's his 5th for the season.
Well, Leeds right on the arrowhead of attack again. Cassell taking it close. You would not bet against another Leeds try here. And Lechki, and reaching for that line, he might have got there, you know, he has got there. The referee, Liam Moore, immediately backed him back. Looks like it hit the whitewash. Well, we've had some absolute glorious tries, some eye-catching tries, but there's one for the big man down the middle.
And again, where does it take its place from? Off the back of that 40-20 kick that affords them another set and brilliant meters. And with the bleached blonde hair, destined, as I said, for the WA beaches of Australia next year. Missed the original game against York in round 2. He bags one straight under the sticks. He's been so direct today.
Try confirmed.
And he's just way too much of a handful for the middles of York.
Shot clock on.
And they extend their lead 28-0.
Well, scoring at much more than a point a minute at the moment. It's looking very ominous from York's point of view. If there is one team in Super League that doesn't really need to improve their points difference column, it is Leeds. But my goodness, they really are improving their points difference column. The way it's going, they could be at plus 500 before the day's out.
Time off. Shot clock off. Time back on.
Hankinson taking over the kicking duties. Similar outcome. 30 points to 0.
An interesting choice there, Hankinson. He's no stranger to the kicking tee. So you see there the try, dotted under the sticks from the big forward, Nikolai Oledzki. I'm interested in that choice to take the conversion. Jake Connor still very much on the pitch, looking certainly physically healthy.
Onside, boys.
Yeah, it's only 7 goals this season now by Hankinson. So there must be some reason why Connor's not been selected to carry on in that role. We'll no doubt find out. In the meantime, Leeds have possession back again here. 30 points to 0. It's interesting to see a lot of Leeds shirts knocking around York yesterday and this morning in the city centre. It's clearly a destination they've been looking forward to coming to, and they have come in numbers. Smith. Just that swirl of the hips. Oh, it's sensational from Cameron Smith. And he's got a quick man in support. Lockie Miller sprints away. The only man in chase was Martin. And there was no way the prop forward is going to attack him. But what an impact, again, we have seen from Cameron Smith.
Well, Cameron Smith, for me, he is one of the best loose forwards in the game. You have a look at how physical he can be defensively through the middle, but then his footwork and skill on show to put Lockie Miller away. So we see on the replay here, if we can get another look at it, destined for Wakefield in 27. Have a look at this, little shimmy left, little shimmy right, carries one-handed into 2, and Miller, who is just so elusive and electric. So we have a look here, sells it with his eyes, looks for support, inside, outside, and there he is. Lockie Miller, plenty of try assists from him back in round 2 against York. Well, he gets one himself.
There's a conversation going on amongst the York players behind the sticks. I hate to think what they might be saying here.
Well, I wouldn't want to know what's being said in the coach's box either.
20 seconds.
It can't be overly positive as we see Hankinson. He'll add another 2 to the scoreboard to make it 36-0. And half-time still feels a very long way away for the Knights.
Oh, that is terrific from Cameron Smith, isn't it?
Yeah, he's he's certainly having an impact with this Leeds team. And when you look at their halves, you look at Jared O'Connor in the 9, Lockie Miller at fullback, and that 13 position. Well, when Cameron Smith wears that jersey, they are absolutely unstoppable.
Well, we've just seen there Mark Applegarth and Graham Steadman having a conversation, but I'm not sure what they can do about this. You cannot fix something that's going as badly wrong. Not necessarily badly wrong from their point of view, but so wonderfully right from Leeds' point of view.
Well, moments like this, Leeds aren't playing too ridiculously lateral coming out of their own end. They've just got to get their line speed and initial contact right, because the ruck speed has just been way too much for them to handle.
Hankinson, Miller's joining in. It's a good defensive effort from Galliano. Needed to be as well. Smith advanced on quickly by Doyle. Has to take the tackle, and he gets a penalty. It's a penalty. Just carries Leeds back deep inside the York half off the kick, you'd imagine.
It's moments like that that the coaching staff will just be absolutely scratching their heads. So we see the tackle here, wrapped Cameron Smith up, and late in the tackle count, to give away a penalty and another invitation.
Cassell. Still going. Actually, the referee says stop right there and play the ball. Cameron Smith again, using that footwork, but this time York finding a way to stop him. O'Connor. This is Miller. Roy's on the field, and Miller with a little loop pass between the two, and Jake Connor found the way blocked there by his own man Hankinson. Otherwise, he might have got through. He's not looking healthy there, Jake Connor, holding the back of his head. Now, is he trying to draw a penalty? Get the video referee to have a look at that. Here's Cassell. O'Connor again. Brodie Croft sliding one through, hits legs, is dropped on gratefully by Olyfield to give his side possession back again.
Well, Olyfield, a little bit of desperation there from him. It might have been his legs that it came off. Trapped and scrapped well just to get his team and their hands back on the ball. As we see some tough carries through the middle as Singare is met by 3-4 Leeds defenders.
Thompson. So you can see Warrington righting the wrongs that they would consider at the early stages, leading 12-4 against Huddersfield.
40.
Kick out is good. This is a 40-20 attempt. It is a 40-20 success. We played 31.5 minutes, and for the first time in the game, York are going to get to play the ball inside the Leeds 20. What can they make of this?
Well, they were absolutely desperate for it, weren't they? Have a look at this. Smart, clever kick down the short side. Lockie Miller very aware that it was a 40-20, and the debutant Doyle impact already.
Sangare, former Leeds man, twisted to the ground, 10 away. York desperate for something here. Thompson now just taking it on himself. Having a go, but finding two in his way. Here's Doyle. With that 50 shirt on his back, Sangare with a push. Leeds push back harder. Harry Newman's calling for more numbers on his side because he thinks they might be short. And it is very nearly Cody Hunter who's in. More than very nearly, he's there. Somehow got the ball away. And somehow York, Sam Wood on the back of that, claiming the try. And York finally have something to cheer.
Finally, after 33 minutes, 36 points to the visitors. Just goes to show when they get time and possession, they give themselves a chance. Had a few points, and it's Sam Wood that goes over through 6 of the season. But it all came from the brilliance out of the kick from the hooker position. from the new kid on the block in Doyle, and then a shift that Newman was so obvious. And the pass, and that could have so easily gone forward. So we see Hunter in a spin and a flick. Desperation. And nothing that Brodie Croft could do. And the home team, well, they've got points on the board finally.
Well, that will cheer them up.
Okay, mate. Let's go into formal review, mate.
John Bennison with a chance to add the 2 here.
Let me know when I'm on top.
Well, hang on. We've not got confirmation yet, have we?
It looks to be sent upstairs. Bennison awaits confirmation.
Well, this will be a heartbreaker if this is ruled out, won't it?
Well, by the look of both huddles, neither team going against the referee.
Well, we have got the formal review. So hold the celebrations.
We're checking potential obstruction in the build-up, so run through to this point. So we play through, so there's contact outside shoulder on Callum Watkins. He's then bumped back. He has to make a change and a leg tackle. And the ball gets offloaded. The line has been materially disadvantaged because of the contact on the outside shoulder. It's going to be no try obstruction.
Thank you, mate.
Well, absolute heartbreak from York.
Penalty.
They're getting battered here. They thought they had some consolation, and it turns out they haven't.
Obstruction.
Obstruction given. Callum Watkins infringed against. And for that reason, this is going to be no try, and it remains at 36 points to 0 from Leeds' point of view. Well, they weren't having a great day, the York fans, to start with.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
It's just got worse.
Well, you'd be forgiven for thinking you're actually at a Leeds Rhinos home game by the volume in the crowd, because that was just given no try. And you have a look here at the lead run.
Hold.
There's very little in the contact, but just the fact that he's taking Callum Watkins' outside shoulder
Leave him now.
and impedes on his ability
on
Hunter was enough.
Here's the debutant, Matthew Lodge. First carry from him as well. Big bruising effort as well.
Goal 2.
A little slow to his feet, but he'll get used to that.
Hold. Release.
So Connor, Brodie Croft, Callum Watkins, and Newman will push again here. But they're advancing with some success. Leads again, deep inside that York half. Spun right across the line, super pass from Smith. Holroyd somehow gets it away. O'Connor will pick it up, redirecting his teammates, and Lodge eventually pulled down. But only 12 out, one to play, make that 6. The referees restarted the tackle count. Holding on too long in the tackle, and that was on the last play as well, so real frustration from the Knights' point of view. Handley. Jake Connor across the line. Here's Lodge again with a big hit and a good offload too. O'Connor seeking one way then the other, but finding only the shoulder of Sangare in his way. Quickly played, Cam Smith comes up, Lodge wants a try. He's very close. Just about held up. Back to Miller. Miller dummies, circles around. Oh, it's a knock-on. I thought the York defence had suddenly switched off for a moment. There, they'd all stopped, but it was because they heard the referee say it was a knock-on.
In the first place, in my opinion.
Well, Matt Lodge, he's only been on for a couple of minutes, but he's taken 4 carries already. He continues to show up and push.
Back up now.
And for the man who's spent a lot of time in North Queensland, today's conditions will suit him just fine. But defensively, York, they hang on. And after being denied 4 only moments ago, well,
yeah, not much difference between Townsville and York on a day like today, is there? Here's McShane and York again. Just happy to halt the flow that's been going against them. Sangare has a bruising effort, good effort from him. Gets a ripple of appreciation from the home fans as well. They're going a bit wide, but Woods caught in possession. Reed comes from Hall. Last play, inside their own half. The kick away is high off the boot of Hunter. Miller with a safe catch, and immediately thinking about what might come next. And Lum trying to squeeze through.
Leave it now. That's one.
Well, there were plenty of signs in that set from York.
Got to be
You
quicker.
know, 5 minutes ago, they've got to remember that when they get a chance down in that good ball,
Goal two.
this Leeds Rhinos teams, they're not perfect. They have imperfections. They're human. They make errors. York just simply have to give themselves a chance.
Cam Smith. Holroyd with the ball away. Croft quickly takes it on. Great pass. Smith is there with good safe hands and support on the outside. And it's a forward pass. It's a forward pass. And Newman was galloping in, but the referee had, with the help of his touch judge, had spotted that. So York survive again. Boy, are they pleased about that.
And only 3.5 minutes to go until the halftime hooter. You can see there, Cameron Smith. Hey, he says he's questioning as we have a look here, but you just got to love the movement in and around the ball, support play everywhere. And Cameron Smith, we sung his praises earlier about skill, and just floats that one forward to an oncoming Newman. It was guaranteed points. Have a look there, most definitely forward.
Here we go, boys, please. As in tight, shot clock's off. Out!
3 minutes of the half remaining.
Move! One.
Knock off. Oh no, it's a penalty. Jake Connors just limping a little here as he runs back. Maybe that's why he's not kicking the goals. Well, that is the most likely reason why he's not kicking the goal, because he's clearly not 100%, is he?
Defending out here on the wing, you can see it's certainly something.
That's one.
You see it was him that gave away the penalty. Sort of hard to tell, is it a right ankle or hamstring?
Straight out now to get back.
Well, it's clearly one he feels he can run off, because you'd have thought in this situation, if it's going to get worse, they'd have taken him off. That was knocked forward by Sam Wood. Let's see what he was trying to do, but he batted it about 10 yards forward.
Go to the grass.
Leeds have it back.
Well, you just have to question on the third play of that set. You can see here, just trying to tip on quickly. Just looking for that miracle as Ryan Hall jammed up and in. Try and shut down the play. He did that. But again, it's not so much could York score. Just over the other side of halfway. They've given the ball straight back to Leeds, and at 36-0, if I'm Mark Applegarth, I'm not entirely pleased with that.
Hell! Move, Paul! One. Paul, got one.
Hankinson.
Hell! Release two. Hold. Goal two.
O'Connor trying to create a bit of room for himself. There's some bald heads in that little tangle, isn't there? Sun bouncing off all those bounces. It's Connor who puts the kick towards the corner. Should be covered and is by Mata Arthur, but the bounce leaving him vulnerable for the tackle that was coming his way. Bennison, it's more lateral than forward, so York are struggling to make yards here.
Well, another early kick, a strategic kick there from Jake Connor. Just pops the ball back into that 10 by 10.
Bennison's involved again. Lodge is there with a tackle.
At the 10. Goal four.
Well, they're edging forward, but they've hit the last play here.
40. 40.
Ryan Hall should defuse this, and does. And immediately, with the seconds remaining of the half, they're looking for what attacking options they have. Lum cutting back on the inside, almost finding a little passage through. Can they play? No, they can't. The hooter sounds in the background, and that will do it. That will do it. What has been a very, very good Leeds performance in that first half. They wanted a response to the defeat against Lee last week. My goodness, they have produced a response here. It's half-time. It's Leeds who lead by 36 points to nil. Dells here today. Wigan temporarily took that roll over with their win against Wakefield the other night, but Leeds are finding themselves right back at the summit again. They had a spectacularly good first half. They're looking for something similar in this second half. And that is the start that York simply could not afford to make. Knock on with the very first play.
Well, we mentioned before half-time, Mark Applegarth, he's often so positive in his reflections of his team. You can see here between Holroyd and his forward pack, just dislodge the ball on the very first carry back, and at 36-0, that is just absolutely inexcusable.
Croft with a carry, the ball is pushed out to Zach Lloyd, who I think we're seeing for the first time off the interchange bench. Sis Holroyd with a big heavy carry as well, taking them ever closer. I tell you what, Matthew Lodge is lining himself up here. He wants to go straight back where it came from. And has he got it down for a try on his debut? The referee thinks it has. Instant impact for the new man in the pack. Matthew Lodge simply bulldozing over, and Leeds are up and running again.
Well, again, inside the first couple of minutes, either side of half-time, and it's the new man, Matt Lodge, wearing number 31, the most recent addition to this Leeds Rhinos outfit. Got a release from the North Queensland Cowboys, not enough time on pitch for him. And you can just see there, Sangare 36-0 down in the very first carry of the game. He's trying to sneak an offload in, and Matt Lodge, well, he hasn't had too many minutes, but he has lined up time after time a wrestle.
Did he get that down? There's a question. I don't think he got that down, did he?
Well, on second looks and at slow replay there's a fair bit of doubt now.
Well, he's done a little sideways glance at the screen, which suggests he might not think he's got it down. Video referee's having a look. Of course, the referee on the field has given it, so we need to have absolute clear evidence that he's not got it down for this to be disallowed.
Time's off.
You can see there, just turned back in underneath Sangare. It was the man who made the error just to give the ball back that might have just saved.
Try confirmed. Try confirmed. It must in that melee he must have got it down, but
from the camera angles that we've seen. But of course goes back to the on-field referee's decision. Not enough to overturn it.
Hankinson still kicking. Connor, by the way, still on the field. Jake Connor still walking with a little bit of a limp, so no doubt when we catch up with Brad Arthur at the end of the game, we'll be asking him about that situation. But as long as Hankinson keeps knocking them over, but he hasn't, he's put that wide. The ironic boost from the Leeds fans. But 40 points to 0. And Matthew Lodge has his first try as a Leeds player.
Well, the first blemish in that conversion, not successful here, but you just see Matt Lodge at 114 kilos, how much of a handful he's going to be. And the back end of this season, Brad Arthur has mentioned complete transparency with Matt Lodge around his motivations and intentions to be here. He says he doesn't care. Score me points, make me meters, win me trophies.
Well, he's certainly shown an appetite, but he's shown a rather rash pair of hands on that occasion. Maybe the adrenaline just up a few notches too high. And York given an opportunity to attack inside the Leeds half.
Well, you can just see here, he certainly accelerates onto that ball so hard. And the ball on the chest rather than those palms up and outward. It bounces off, and here it is for York. If they're to make a comeback, it has to start now.
There's Wood. Here's Nofaluma. It's not often we've seen York inside their opponent's 20, and they're still not there yet. Nofaluma dragged down and pushed back a yard or two. Here's Doyle out of dummy half. having an investigation down this left-hand side where Cody Hunter was waiting, but so too were a number of Leeds defenders. Doyle again, looking to make his mark on his debut as well. He's looked decent enough in the snapshots we've had of him so far. McShane and Mataafa, and here comes Galliano, but one play to go for York. McShane with a clever little chip over the top. It's big man against little, and it's big man Samwood who comes up with the goods, reaching above the head of Brodie Croft. Perfectly flighted kick, and York do have their first try.
Well, the first half saw only 3 play the balls inside 20 for the home team. Sam Wood, well, he was denied one in the final closing stages of the first half. But certainly they will not deny him now. And after a kick earlier, and it was Jake Connor that got the better of Wood. He gets one back, and the tall timber over the top of Brodie Croft does enough to plant it down and secure a start on the scoreboard. Lovely kick there from McShane.
Well, he had 6 seasons at Huddersfield. He had a couple at Hull KR. He's had a couple at Cass as Sam Wood. He's now here at York. He's never scored more than 7 tries in a season. That's his 7th try this season. So maybe it's going to be a personal best for him before the year is out.
Fingers crossed he can better it and add an 8th, which they'll very much need. And perhaps the result, even at half-time, is a long way off, but a contest in the second half. So we see the 2 points added.
This kick is good. 6 to York, but 40 to Leeds. Something to cheer for the York supporters.
Well, they've come in numbers today, haven't they? And they've been treated on occasion to some really big upsets. So we see Sam Wood come down pretty heavy, does well to ground the ball to secure the points. And a rare kick-off here from the Leeds Rhinos through Lockie Miller.
Rare blemish from their defensive point of view. Not that they've had much to defend so far today, but that golden prize of 0 in the opposition's column is now wiped away. And York with a little bit of heart on the back of that. There's Doyle. Thompson. 3 of them there. They're going to push him back behind the line from where he started. Doyle again. Bringing it back for the kick of Cody Hunter. Riley Lum underneath it. On a hat-trick, of course, Riley Lum, thanks to his 2 in the first. That was an adventurous pass from him. Lockie Miller. But a good chase along the line from York's point of view. No obvious weakness there as Ryan Hall will push it forward.
A solid set and a solid kick chase from the York Knights, but just love how the Leeds Rhinos play their rugby. And their back 3 and the pendulum, and a big shift just to laterally move the forward pack of York around and add metres to the legs.
If they're going to touch off a York man, well, it wasn't played at, so it will be theirs. Doyle dropping on it. Here's Norfolumu.
Couple of errors
Another
here.
set of 6.
This will help York. You have a look at the replay here. Matt Lodge, in an attempt to just make a huge impact with his new team. Just can't get the combination and timing right with his teammate in Holroyd.
That was a good carry from Thompson. He's putting his side on the front foot. Jake Connor's come out there, but McShane has shaken him off. Seems to be running a little more freely. We're on Connor watch to a certain extent. He seems to be running a little more freely at the moment. Denis Bamford trying to put the head down and get through that gap. It's 1 play to go. In fact, it's a couple of plays to go. McShane. Now it's on the last. Doyle across there. And he puts the kick into the in-goal area, which is kicked away by Ash Handley under intense pressure there. This is good response from York.
Well, after a little slap in the face inside the first minute or so of this second half, it's been really positive here from the Knights. As you see there, the oncoming traffic gives them no option. And a couple of errors from the Leeds Rhinos. Only had 37% possession as we see the short kick-off.
Oh, just beyond the 10. And it was a super take in the air as well, Handley coming down with possession. The way Leeds are playing here today, you'd be surprised if they hadn't gone for the short kick-off, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you sure would. You know that this Leeds team, they love to roll the dice, and at 40-6, and what they back their defensive line to do, as we see, markers just not getting to their feet. A little scurry there out of hooker.
Here's Watkins. They're on the last play here, Leeds, just inside that York half. Connor with a kick despite the presence of Galliano, and a good take from Matt Arthur.
Really good take there, really, in the end. Scrambled kick to the skies off the boot of Connor. And the oncoming traffic just positions himself nicely.
Nofaluma looking for an edge, not finding it, finding only Leeds defenders. Here's Wood.
Off in Cooper! 4. Called. Goal 4.
This is Martin. York moseying up towards the halfway line, but again, just running out of plays. Not quite getting the yards they would have wanted, running out of plays. McShane with a kick downfield. That's a good kick. If it doesn't go out of play, which it does, it turns out into a pretty ragged kick in the end, because Leeds will get the tap back on the 20. Easy yards and an extra tackle to play with as well.
And you can see there, Lockie Miller running it back, just urging his forward pack to get back in behind that 20-metre line so he can take the tap and take advantage. Just get this pace of play ramped up as they get a little gift, 7-tackle set.
Leaving now to hold.
Zach Lloyd unfurls himself and plays from the touchline. Holroyd, another stride or two inside the York half. Leeds looking to create again. Conrad, a dummy half, sees the gap. Dummies got Croft in support. Croft now tries to go back. Miller was there, but he couldn't find him with a pass. Well, super play out of dummy half from Jared O'Connor, but it comes to naught in the end.
Well, Jared O'Connor, we know, great vision. He's so dependable. It doesn't take much to give him a little invitation. Probably one gone begging. You can see here, carries the ball 2 hands. So much deception. And Croft just pushes it back inside instead of taking the tackle. It's just the mentality that they play with, but...
It's a 40-20 attempt here, but it's not going to find touch. It's Lockie Miller, who still has a long way to travel backwards here. Sam Wood is the first man up there, can't make the tackle, and Miller's able to gather another 10 metres or so. And Brodie Croft out of dummy half, working a little bit of magic.
You just have a look there.
Penalty.
And penalty as well to give it away. They really had done quite well the last few sets. The first half saw the Leeds Rhinos just roll down the field all too easily. A little bit more resilience shown this half, but instead some easy breaks and a penalty straight up over halfway.
This is Cooper Jenkins, and Leeds again on play one find themselves less than 40 away from that York line, and will fancy another opportunity here. It's Zach Lloyd who's held up. O'Connor again, and Croft across the line, and the flat pass.
Leaving now third, back up. Hold.
O'Connor.
Goal third.
Lloyd back to Croft, and here's Miller. The no-look pass from him to Lloyd, and Lloyd trying to squeeze between the two.
Release.
He looks at referee from both sets of players. Watkins again, when that's straight into the breadbasket of Jenkins, but my goodness. The York defence had the measure of him on that occasion. Now it's high in the air. It's lost. And it's a knock-on, but the first knock-on is I think by York.
Yeah, it looks at the contest that certainly the first knock-on has come from the hands of a York player. So we have a look at the replay here. It's definitely lost forward, as we see. Great contact here. Upended.
Heads in, please. Heads down. Yeah.
They need a little bit more of that to inspire the Thames. We see a Leeds feed.
Here come Leeds again. Croft throwing it back. Connor's there as well. Miller's involved, and Ryan Hall is over to score. His 253rd Leeds try. His 273rd Super League try. And they are still singing his name, loud and proud. And Leeds find themselves at 44 points to 6.
Well, after a period of what felt like a drought in comparison to the points that flowed in the first half, the errors from the Leeds Rhinos, and a few sets not completed. Just have a look at the shape and the structure and the options on offer for the spine and the playmakers out the back. And the lead run just gives so much time to Lockie Miller, who again probably unselfishly could have backed himself. And you just have a look here, dig deep into the line, both the 6 and the 7. And Ryan Hall, well, he can finish a try beautifully. He didn't have to do any acrobatics. Simplest of tries there for him.
So Hankinston still with the kicking tee.
20 seconds, Chris.
Shot clock is on.
Shot clock off.
Hankinson can't take his time. That looks good. That looks very good. Right from the touchline. Terrific effort. 3 out of 4 for him. 6:46. Leeds carry on going up by 6.
Well, they've certainly come to play, haven't they? Hankinson, he takes over the kicking tee. Ryan Hall.
We're looking at one of the all-time great try scorers, aren't we, in Ryan Hall?
We really are, and how wonderful is it to see him? Who knows what the future holds, but to see him back in a Leeds Rhinos jersey, you see there 274 career tries. Absolutely outstanding.
Well, that's just in Super League as well. I think the most impressive figure is his all-time career tries, which is well over 350. I think it's 356 now. And that makes him in the top 10 of all-time rugby league try scorers. Anyway, back to the present, and Leeds advancing again with some menace here.
Oh, no! 2. Hold. Hold. Goal 2. Quicker now.
Jenkins with a carry.
Off him now, third.
Finding himself close to that halfway line.
Goal third.
Callum Watkins just inviting the defenders to come at him and getting that ball away. O'Connor and Miller through the middle, shakes off one defender, still going, has a look to that right-hand side. Here comes Newman with a cutback. Northern has done ever so well there to chop him down. Ryan Hall was wide left and clear, but they couldn't get to him. Another set of 6 here for Leeds. They might not need 6. They won't need 6. Riley Lum has a hat-trick. A third on the day for the young flying winger. The old man on one side's doing it, the young fella on the other's doing it, and Leeds are banging them round the middle as well. This is the all-round display, and they're up to a half-century.
Well, the crowd are on their feet, and the applause certainly starts to rise from the stands as the away supporters And the young man, Riley Lum, 4 tries this season, 3 of them today. What a day he's having in the sunshine. And just look at the skill on show. The ability to shift the ball left to right, out in front. It's just all so easy. And then Jake Connor, he's got choices, doesn't he? Does he hit short? Does he hit long? Has a quick look. What's the winger doing? Knows that Lum will be pushing up in support. And it's just crisp. It is crisp from the Leeds Rhinos, who are desperate to get back to winning ways.
Well, Hankinson landed one from the right touchline a moment ago. He's being tested here, because this is far left. Left-footed kicker as well. It's not the natural angle to draw it in, and he has put it wide, so 3 out of 5. But 6 for York Knights, 50 for Leeds. Long since over as a contest. You probably go back to the 14th minute when that could have been declared. But Leeds now looking to rack up even more points in this point-heavy season for them.
Well, it's certainly been a season to remember. Brad Arthur, of course, signing the dotted line and extending his stay, much to the delight of all Leeds Rhino supporters, because the way he has his team playing in 26, well, it's getting tickets sold, bums on seats.
Leeds' points difference now plus 482, by the way. You suspect there might be more to come today. Wigan's is plus 296. So that is almost like an extra win for Leeds. But of course, they do play each other in a couple of weeks, and that negates that issue. Warrington 28, Huddersfield 10. The other game, so a little bit of fight coming on from Huddersfield, but Warrington still set fair for a very important win for them today as well. Handley pops one over the top. Lloyd finds his shirt pulled from behind. He still struggles on. Brodie Croft. Lockie Miller. There's Connor again, quick to get that ball away. Hankinson's travelling. Lovely flick as well from him as well. And Brodie Croft with a left foot step that earns him some space. The support was there. Can he get the pass away? Wood loses possession. 0 tackle. Ryan Hall picks it up. Another 6 to go here for Leeds. And they're only 20 out.
Well, it's absolutely electric here in the way that the Leeds Rhinos want to play. We thought for a minute Wood had saved the day, but it's 6 again.
Off him now. That's 1. Back the 10. Back.
Backs to the wall for York. Holroyd steaming it in, and has he got the legs? No, he's not quite. Just about denied, but only just denied. O'Connor now, that ball went to ground, went backwards. Referee says still in the same tackle count. This is Handley. Well, York are scrambling for their lives here. Must be absolutely exhausted. They've had to do so much defending. Connor now gets involved, and Croft will just breeze in, and it's another in this prodigious season for Brodie Croft. 27 Super League tries. He's right in the shadows of Mike Osiva at the top of that try scoring chart, and Leeds have 54.
Well, just in the last few minutes you can really see them just starting to step it up a little bit, rolling the dice, taking a few chances. Brodie Croft, well, former man of steel, a couple of light years at the Rhinos, but he is in a purple patch as we speak. Destined for Warrington, 27, but he has a job to do with this team before he leaves. Just have a look here. Again, the skill, the shape, the lead runners, and the ability of the halves to take it right to the line. Look at Jake Connor, just square up, square those hips, gets the pass to Croft.
I'm loving the fact that Croft was 5 metres out, there was no one ahead of him, and he still threw a dummy, just in case.
Well, it just shows the joy almost that these men are playing with. It's almost like they've rewound to the joy that little boys play with in the park.
Kick from Hankinson. Wasn't technically brilliant, but it earns the 2 points nonetheless. 56 points to 6 now.
And regardless of the scoreline, you can see there, Brodie Croft, 2 more to go to make it equal with teammate Mike Acevo, who, before injury, what a powerhouse here. Let's have a look at this. Ball out in front, eyes forward, hips forward. And it's all too much defensively for the York Knights.
Well, it's a question of how many, isn't it? And it probably has been a question of how many for some time. Leeds' point of view, enjoying their day in the sun. First time in 40-odd years in York. And they'll no doubt be suggesting, can we come here every week? The way things have gone so far. Tougher days ahead for this Leeds Rhinos side, of course. St Helens away next week, Wigan at home the week after, and they finish in the regular season with Hull at home.
Well, Jared O'Connor, he's been brilliant, hasn't he? Making a nuisance of himself in behind the ball, plenty of space for him. So he gets his team on the front foot and looking for opportunities.
Kick from Croft. Take by Mata'afa.
Off him now, Tom! One. Hold. Go one. Brodie not square, Brodie!
It's a positive return there from Mata'afa.
This is what's coming up on Sky this next week. As we said, so many big games, starting on Thursday night with that Wigan Hull KR game and then rolling on through the weekend. Well, the ball's gone to ground here. It's dropped on by Martin. Knock on. Leeds get the ball back again, I think.
Come down.
Well, I think it was a hand from Riley Lum.
Nice York's head and feet here.
As York had a little bit of an overlap out on that right-hand edge. Lum, 3 tries to his name, but made the decision to come up and in. Attempted intercept, perhaps. Maybe a York feed.
Well, it's a tough day at the office, isn't it, for the York coaching staff?
Well, it is, and it helps when we get a penalty here to get them downfield, but it all just started way too quick for them and been chasing their tails literally since the first 5 minutes of the game. It's really important for them. They've had some great wins, but they will be looking to avoid that wooden spoon with Huddersfield showing some.
Well, I think Jake Connor's disappeared from the pitch, hasn't he? He's gone off for a bit of treatment. He was carrying that knock from very early in the game, has stayed on for a long time. In the meantime, here's Nofaluma. No room on the outside, so he has a look on the in, and maybe wishes he didn't, because in comes thundering Zach Lloyd. And Nofaluma's just had the wind knocked out of him, I think. This is Hingano.
Starting to, wait now, wait.
Tom Inman back in that dummy half roll. Here's Martin. York fans finding a bit of enthusiasm here, chanting their club's name as their side find themselves a bit closer. Hingano again. No look pass, but can't squeeze through. Tom Inman, another set of 6 here for York. Encouragement. Thompson almost making it through. Just dropped on by O'Connor to thwart him at the last. Still loads of plays to go. McShane and Mata'afa creating a bit of space, and John Bennison on that outside will scurry his way over to score. Well, they finally get a second of the afternoon. Bennison the scorer, just narrowing that gap just a little.
Well, regardless of result here today, just got to play for a little bit of pride and the enormous crowd that have come out in support of this home team. You have a look here again, well and truly up for numbers. It was Lum who jammed up and in and just created so much space in behind. Great decision, little cutout pass. And where's this been the previous 68 minutes of the game? On the back of a penalty and a couple of 6-agains.
Well, that's a big shame of the day, isn't it? Big crowd here. It was potential, a real carnival atmosphere. I think if we'd seen more of a contest today, it would have been one of the atmospheres of the season. But Leeds just taking control of it from so early in the game and never relinquishing their grip. That York fans have never been really into this, have they? And a couple of moments of cheer, but very little apart from that. Bennison looking to add the 2 to his 4. Little rock back and then a roll forward and hits it, but wide. So it remains at 56 points to 10.
With only 11 minutes remaining.
Well, there's a worry for Leeds, isn't it? Jake Connor on the sidelines.
You can see a little shake of the head there. You just wonder what's behind it. As we see Jake the Snake peering over the tunnel. Is it just a management decision? Something obviously going down with that right leg, but head in hands. Let's hope it's nothing too major as they lead into some big games ahead.
Well, I was going to say, you'd hope that is frustration from him that he's been brought off, because the fact that he got it early and they left him on the field would suggest that it's not that serious. As I said, we'll be hearing from Brad Arthur, and we'll be asking him that very question after this game has finished. Leeds fans will be nervous about that answer, I'm sure. But in the meantime, York have been fired with a little bit of enthusiasm. Oh, striding through the gap goes Holyfield. He's trying to see what support he's got, but Brodie Croft's all over him. Norfoluma. Oh, lovely effort from him. And back on the inside as well. There's suddenly hope and expectation here, but Inman's dragged down. Last play here for York, 5 away. Rare moment of playing the ball inside their opponent's 10-metre line. What can they make of this? Well, they're going to run out of tackles, I think. Oh, no, they're not. They're still going. They're still going. They're still keeping it alive. Jesse D popping it out. Back it comes to Ngana. Ngana, the chase is on, and it's the big prop for. He's spilled that, I think, Jack Martin. Yeah, he doesn't look convinced. I think the referee's more concerned about how to restart this.
We have no try.
Yeah, no try.
Looking to see a knock-on from York. And we're looking at the contest, please. It's 2 players running towards the ball, please. Back.
No try, we'll hear about it.
Let's hear from the video referee, Tom Grant. It's definitely not a try. It's definitely not a try.
No, it was a brilliant chase. Plenty of excitement here. It's taken 70 minutes. Lovely decision there. Just put the grubber through, but...
Let's hear from Tom Grant.
So, okay to this point, so both players are moving towards the ball, so that's fine. Looking at the strapping of the York player. You can see there he gets to the ball first, touches the ball, and knocks the ball on in goal. I've made my decision.
Well, there you go, fairly straightforward decision to make on the evidence provided. You could tell from Jack Martin's reaction that he wasn't too hopeful about any positive outcome from that. And it'll be Leeds to get it back with a tap back on the 20.
Well, you can just see there the effort of Ryan Hall to have his presence in and around the play, and he did enough. But I tell you what, the last couple of minutes from York certainly started to bring a little bit of excitement.
Well, that looked as though it came out of the hands forward in the first instance from Oleczki. So again, a little round of high fives from the York defenders. They're showing a bit of fight here right at the end of the game.
Well, it's taken them 70 minutes. But you have a look here, Oleczki back on, looking to inject himself, and Martin, who was left disappointed not to be able to add his name to the try scorers today. A little bump and a bruise above the left eyebrow of Oleczki.
Heads in. Okay, nice. Shot clock off. Out! Oh no! That's one, Paul.
Here's Inman. This is Javier Varr.
Leave him now to Paul.
York fans providing a bit of atmosphere down below us as well, banging their drums. for these last 7.5 minutes of a very one-sided contest. Matafa. Ingana. Stepping up himself here. Inman. 4 to his left, rest of them to his right-hand side. McShane. Galliano is going to be held up here, but 5 away, and with 1 play to go. McShane tossing it back in, all closed down really quickly there. Good work from Zach Lloyd, not only making the tackle, smothering the ball very nearly single-handedly and giving Leeds a much more advantageous position here.
Well, you used the word smother there, Dave, and that's probably been exactly what they've done collectively.
Angle. Captain's challenge. 6.5 minutes to go, 56 points to 10.
Let me know, mate.
We've got a captain's challenge.
Time off. Told me the captain's challenge.
Both teams.
York are challenging the on-field decision of a handover.
Still in their pocket.
Been a prior breach of a high tackle.
There we go. We're looking for a prior breach of a high tackle. That's what they're looking at. So challenging that decision of the handover. So we shall have a look at this. Courtney, are we seeing a high tackle in here? The video referee's having a look in the background, but what do you reckon?
Well, you just have a look there. It was a brilliant read from the youngster in Lloyd, but just does manage to take him high in the forearm across the head.
Yep.
Certainly nothing malicious, but just gets it wrong in his attempt to smother and shut down.
So quick decision off that evidence, and York, ball back in hand, looking to dent Leeds' impressive points difference. Well, they're going across the line, but there were Leeds defenders waiting at every stage there, wasn't there? No real threat of any breakthrough. D will play. Inman tossing it back, and Cody Hunter's involved with a kick to the corner, and there it is. David Noah over to score. York fans are dancing in the stands as if their side had just scored a winning try, at least some of them. But joyfulness returns to the city of York. David Noah, the try scorer. He's had a decent season since his arrival here from Newcastle on a permanent basis.
Well, you mentioned there a little bit of joy for the home supporters. You see the lead runners and the out-the-back options. And a lovely decision there. You can see, just puts the edge defence in 2 minds, and Hunter, a beautiful little grubber kick that sits up perfectly for Noah to dot it down. And we know that this game has certainly, for quite some time, been all but done.
Try confirmed.
It just goes to show, doesn't it, that this Leeds Rhinos team is certainly not perfect, and that's where the attention of Brad Arthur will be in the coming weeks.
He moved from Halifax. He was thinking he was going to sign for Newcastle. Well, I mean, they have such a relationship, York and Newcastle. It's almost like one club with 2 names, isn't it? But he was quickly promoted to the Super League and the York side. And he's having a decent time of it as well. Bennison's kick, measured to perfection. 16 for York, 56 for Leeds. Well, they've done well to avoid an absolute whitewash in this second half, haven't they, York?
Well, to be fair, for 60 minutes of this game, you thought that the Leeds Rhinos were probably going to leave it as a 0 against the York City Knights name. But to edge their way back into the game, to show a little bit of a contest, even if it has been the remaining final minutes, as we see the ball hit grass. Some confusion at the back.
Here's Wood, looking to batter his way forward.
Pull, Matt, hold. Oh, two.
Well, there is a sprightliness to York's approach here,
Off it now! Third.
despite the situation they find themselves in. Ngannou. Oh, the pass misdirected. It is collected in the end by Cody Hunter.
Oh, no! Four. Hold. Roll four. Matt, you're off. Matt, get back. Four. Back now.
Ngannou is taunting Alevski. Love the haircut, Nikolai, no doubt he was saying.
Move now! Five, wait. Wait, jab. Roll
Jesse
five.
D collects.
Not late.
Paul McShane will kick.
Outside.
He's looking for the corner. He's hoping it's not going to bounce too far again here. Is it going to go? Yes, it is. Out of play, tap back on the 20, and Leeds immediately looking for the attacking potential in this situation, despite the fact they're 80 yards away. And Ryan Hall will lead the charge.
Well, another kick there from McShane that goes dead, and on a day like today, the conditions, a fast track, a hybrid track over here at LNER. Gets the ball rolled on, and another 7-tackle set.
Well, the outside backs have taken them in 3 plays to just about the halfway line. O'Connor, the big fellas can have a go. Alevski straightening up.
Free. Hold. Goal, freeze out.
Croft. Here's Miller. Cutting back on the inside goes Hanley with a chip, and the chase, keeps his feet, gets the ball back, scores a try. Brilliant from Hash Hanley. One of the standout centres of Super League this season. Does it for others often, done it for himself today. And Leeds hit 60.
Well, the skipper, who we know is so reliable. In the last few years, haven't we seen a maturity come to his game, his leadership also coming to the forefront. Been a relatively quiet afternoon for him over there, but just have a look at this. Brodie Croft back against the grain, throws the pass across to Lodge, and Lockie Miller, we know he's constantly looking to play.
Confirmed.
And Hanley, well,
Shot clock on.
I mention it again, it looks like young kids in the street. Gets the perfect bounce. Make sure it's slammed down. Hit and spin there, and it's just exciting to watch, isn't it? I know we're coming into the back end of the year. They've got a couple of tough contests coming up. Will conditions change as the next few weeks come? But today, Brad Arthur, the sun has shone on him and his team.
Well, if it is a serious injury to Jake Connor, went up for the calf injury, we're now told. If it is serious, this man's kicking might be quite important in the next few weeks. So he's hit the post. My goodness, those sticks aren't half wobbly. Those are the wobbliest rugby league posts I think I've ever seen. 16 points to 60 it remains.
Well, he's certainly given it a nudge. The post is still shaking here, as has the defensive line of York City Knights all day. Just have a look at Miller. He skips across the line, looking for someone to drop back in underneath.
Matthew Lodge leading that chase again. He's had a couple of spells now, hasn't he? And he's looked hungry for the work every time he's been on.
Certainly brought an attitude of give me the ball, let me take a run.
All right. Here's Croft. Andy Newman coming searching on the inside. Alevski. Last play in the set again. Brodie Croft chases on from Lockie Miller. He wants to get up there. It's Lloyd who knocks it back. Ryan Hall pops it back over the top, gets a hand. Hankinson will give an invitation to go the distance. And yet another lead score. Hankinson over this time. They'll be checking in the background, but for the moment, Chris Hankinson celebrating again. Just can't stop scoring here, Leeds.
Well, with 40 seconds remaining on the clock, of course, that's still plenty of time for this Leeds Rhinos team as they push closer and closer to that 70-point mark. We see a great kick chase come through. Lloyd, bit of a basketball throw back over the top, certainly flat. But they've done it all day. They've shown up in numbers, whether it's been a line break and support inside and out, or just creating half chances into opportunities. That's what this team is about, and that's why they go back to the top of the Super League ladder.
Well, we can see Jake Connor's still out there, which might be encouraging, the fact that he's got the bandage, well, not the bandage, but the ice pack on the back of that calf. That confirms the news we were given that it is a calf injury. It's clearly not the bicep, is it? So Lockie Miller's taking over the kicking here, and he has found the kick as well. That's his first of the season from Leeds' point of view. 66 points to 16 as it stands, a 50-point winning margin. There's been an awful lot to like from Leeds' point of view today. Just that niggling concern to one of their star men, but apart from that, they've come here today with an attitude that just oozed confidence and determination right from the kickoff, didn't it?
Yeah, they've come with purpose today. Brad Arthur mentioned during the week that they had become accustomed to winning. They did not like what happened against Lee. They've been too powerful, too precise, too passionate.
Well, they're here again in the last 11 seconds of the game, and with the ball right at the back, they look as though they want to try and create something again here, but Riley Lund was just be taken in. And the hooter sounds in the background to bring the curtain down on what has been a fine Leeds performance. York will reflect on their season as a whole, no doubt, and having come up into Super League this year will have had much happier days than this, but they were blown away by a whirlwind today, Courtney.
Yeah, they sure were. A whirlwind it was from the very beginning of this game.